The term sustainability can be applied to many areas of our lives, but it's most often associated with energy and power production. These topics are covered in depth in the Master of Arts in Sustainable Communities program, especially in the class, Powering the Plateau. Arizona exports power to other states because power plants here create more power than state residents consume. Much of that power comes from burning coal.
But there are also great environmental concerns associated with the combustion of coal.
In the United States, about half our electricity comes from the combustion of coal, a relatively affordable method of energy creation. But many say it's high time to reduce carbon dioxide and greenhouse gas emissions.
That means burning less coal, or finding a way to burn coal without releasing carbon dioxide to the atmosphere. I think we're a decade away from being able to do the latter. That means in the short term we have to look at ways of probably using less coal for production of electricity and utilizing more renewable energy sources.
In this Powering the Plateau class, students traveled about an hour east of Flagstaff to the large Cholla coal-fired power plant owned by Arizona Public Service Company. Along with green energy initiatives, APS is also working toward CCS, or carbon capture and sequestration, where carbon dioxide is captured and buried, a process state leaders call promising.
Moving towards cleaner coal burning facilities is very important, and a key part of that is safe and secure storage underground in tested, monitored areas that are appropriate for CO2 storage. So that will be a key part.
Some say a combination of pollution reduction techniques could reduce greenhouse gas emissions by 90%, a big step towards sustainability. Arizona is also moving in the direction of alternative or green energy. These students visited Iberdrola's Dry Lake Wind Project, the state's first commercial-scale wind power farm. Each of the 30 wind turbines at Dry Lake reaches more than 400 feet into the air, with the ability to power 15,000 homes. Yet proponents of wind energy are finding some obstacles.
Once we've confirmed that there's sufficient wind, there's an average wind speed over a period of a year that makes it cost effective. Then we have to look at how do we get the energy once it's produced from the wind turbines onto the grid or onto the consumers where the electricity is being demanded.
Building new transmission networks to transfer energy is costly and time-intensive. Dry Lakes was built near existing transmission lines. Plans for several dozen other wind farms have been proposed in the region, mostly on Bureau of Land Management parcels.
Renewable energy helps the economy by creating thousands of jobs.
Studies show projects like this one create more jobs for every dollar spent than other types of energy-producing plants during construction and afterward. Power companies are looking for cleaner methods of creating energy to meet an Arizona Corporation Commission mandate,
which tells our utilities they must produce more of their energy from renewable energy, in fact, 15% by 2025. Under that standard, we will prevent the emission of 92 or 93 billion pounds of carbon dioxide. That's carbon dioxide that would have otherwise been created and released into the atmosphere.
Mays says she wants Arizona to become a leader in renewables, calling the state a solar delta. Public utilities are already incorporating green energy at a percentage that will continue to rise. But some say Arizona lacks policy to encourage faster growth in the renewable energy sector.
And states that do heavily subsidize the development of renewable energy, such as New Mexico, have been very aggressive in building renewable energy facilities. And as a result, we've been buying electricity from these facilities in New Mexico that are way ahead of Arizona in terms of their development.
State leaders say progress is being made. Along with wind projects like this one in northern Arizona and more solar generation, the state has also put an emphasis on energy efficiency programs like encouraging people to use CFL light bulbs.
The energy efficiency programs that we've already required companies like APS and Tucson Electric Power and Unisource Natural Gas to start implementing for their ratepayers have already prevented the emission of 3 billion pounds of CO2. All of these measures have already reduced the amount of pollutants that we put into the air, and I would argue already driven down the price of electricity.
Many say that's a trend Arizona should embrace as the price of foreign fuel sources and traditional forms of power continue to rise. Energy demand is also expected to skyrocket, with estimates putting the state's population at nearly 11 million in 20 years, essentially doubling Arizona's energy requirements.